Hi, I'm Peter Janci from Janci Law Firm, and our firm specializes in representing victims of child sexual abuse. We've represented over 100 victims of Boy Scout abuse over the last 10 years, and we're currently representing several hundred victims going forward. Today I'm talking about some topics related to the historic news that the Boy Scouts of America National has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. One of the questions that people keep asking is, well, how many boys were abused in the Boy Scouts? How many victims are there? And the truth is, we really don't know, but we know the numbers are staggering. There are over 12,000 documented victims that were identified by an expert that was paid by the Boy Scouts to review their documentation, including, as I've talked about in other videos, the perversion files. However, we know that that 12,000 victim figure is just the tip of the iceberg. First of all, the perversion file system was never used to identify all victims. It was focused on documenting what the Boy Scouts knew about predators. So many times, a predator who is reflected in the perversion files, there was no effort to identify all the victims or to name them in their documentation. In addition, we know that the Boy Scouts are still keeping thousands and thousands of internal perversion files a secret. They've not released them. They have not released the names of the individuals who are on those files in terms of the perpetrators. And so we have no idea who those individuals are and how many victims they had. The Boy Scouts also generally did not tell people historically about the existence of the perversion files, about that system. And so local troop leaders and local council leaders often didn't even know that it existed, and many times, at least up to a certain point in history, did not know that they should report predators to the Boy Scouts. So the numbers that we have on both predators and victims are probably and most likely a very small fraction of the perpetrators and the victims that existed in scouting. We know that in this Chapter 11 bankruptcy, the court will require the Boy Scouts to send notification to the potential class of victims of abuse in scouting. And we know that local councils keep rosters going back often decades for each troop. And so the Boy Scouts have a very robust record of who participated in scouting in different troops, different states, different local councils across the United States over the last decades. And we believe the Boy Scouts should be required to delve into those records to identify all men who may have participated as boys in scouting and to give them notice about this bankruptcy so that victims who are abused in the Boy Scouts of America have the opportunity to come forward, to speak their truth, and to seek justice and compensation from the Boy Scouts.